Calibration no longer required, and welcome to another episode of important Charfox channel updates. I'm Charfox, and today's interesting fact is how about this? How about the interesting fact and the purpose of this video? So, the fact is, I'm moving. We are currently in the process of relocating to the United States. Now, as some of you might be aware, the um, the past month between February 18, 19, and up until today, um, I was actually in the United States helping with a contract from our company that wasn't doing so good. And it's not because of poor leadership. They had a good project manager, but it was it was a it was just a series of bad things happening one after the other. And eventually the project manager is like, "You know what? I'm done. I can't deal with this." So I quit. And he just gave a 2-day notice and left. So the company contacted me because, not to brag or anything, I think I'm doing a pretty good job here in Puerto Rico. And they're like, "Hey, Charfox, we need you. We need you to come out here and help us out with this contract." So I saw an opportunity and I stepped up and I said, "Okay, let's go." So they flew me out there and I gotta tell you, it was pretty rough. It was intense. Um, you have the client, which is the federal government, and they're not happy with what's going on because there's a lot of service calls that we got to take care of that are backed up and not getting completed. And some of them have been completed, but they haven't been closed, the tickets, and the technicians that we had, they're good. I mean, the ones that we have right now that I kind of like introduced myself and tried to make things work. The technicians that we have are good, and we got one more on board as well. So we have a total of four if you include me. Um, but it was difficult. It was difficult. I actually knew the previous project manager for that contract, and he's a great guy. He likes to get things done himself. Um, but one of the issues that he was having was the contract was so large, the responsibilities in the contract were so large that his approach to things of I want to do this myself, I want to take care of this myself, I got this myself, I'm going to do this. It put a lot of stuff on his plate and while he was focused on this, other areas of the contract started, you know, getting left behind or forgotten about, and things started building up because of that. And and if that wasn't enough, they had a serious issue with human resources as far as being able to hold on to a technician that was out in the field working. They had an issue with holding on to people because, one would come in, they start working, they're doing good, but then they do something that's really bad and they end up getting fired because of it. Or they lied in their application and then they don't end up doing a good job and mistakes happen or whatever. There was even a guy, this is nuts. I mean, I've never encountered anything like this in my life, but this is nuts. There was a guy who filled out all the forms. He looked really promising, and there was a task order that was currently underway. And so he gets on this excavator, and he the first day on the job, right? He gets on the excavator. He starts digging a hole with the excavator. And 2 hours later, he turns off the excavator. He calls in and he's like, "Hey, come pick up the machine. I'm done. I quit." And he left. That's nuts. That is insane. I've never heard anything like that before. So he worked for a grand total of 2 hours and then he quit. Why? I don't know. I don't know what's going on or what was happening. But I got there. I assessed the situation. I got to meet the technicians that were currently on staff. I introduced myself to them. I let them know, hey, it's been rough. I can see that. And then the thing is, the project manager's sudden departure kind of like left like a big vortex of things just getting lost and not being able to be accounted for. So it was pretty messy. It was a mess. They requested that I went there for 2 weeks. It ended up being a month. But it was really busy. It was always wake up like 6 in the morning, get on the computer, start sorting things out, start creating a new schedule, a new system, contact the technicians. Hey, you're here today, you're here today, you're here today. If you have any problems, give me a call. We'll take care of it together. Then go out to certain sites and start assessing tickets of what's open, what's been completed, what needs to be quoted. And it was nuts. It was nuts. I don't want to say the same, but it was spheres to the wall. Because you know what? It's balls. Because balls is not a bad word. It was balls to the wall, nonstop, all the time, always something going on. And then the client, and I have nothing against him. He's a great guy, but I don't know if he felt pressured that he needed to show that he was working. But he would flood my email inbox with like 37 emails every day requesting information of things that I told him or what we talked about in person. We're like, hey, I'm tracking these tickets right now. Is there anything you want to prioritize? And he's like, no, that's fine. We got a lot of tickets to take care of, and it's cool, whatever. And then he leaves the room, and then emails start coming in my inbox. Did-it-in, 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 did-it-in. And I was like, what is going on? Why are you flooding my inbox? Because the thing is, I have to respond to all these emails to let him know that I'm tracking what he's requesting. It was nuts. It was nuts. I think I normally don't take vacations. I just keep on working, whatever the case may be, because I don't feel it. I think I'm pretty comfortable with the things that I do, and I don't stress out. But I think that was a really heavy burden this past month, and it was intense. It really was. It was nuts. But I fixed it as best as I could. I put things in motion. Things are now slowly coming out of the forest and slowly, aligning themselves to a better tomorrow. And the company offered me the position. They're like, hey, Charfox, you know what? You're really good at what you do. So here's what's going to happen. We want you to run both contracts. And I'm like, oh, hold on a second. If that's the case, that means that you guys are saving one salary of a project manager and you're paying me to do both jobs, right? So, it's not that I'm greedy or anything, but this past month was really intense. So let's negotiate my salary here really quick because, I think proper compensation is required. Otherwise, I'm going to get frustrated that I feel I'm being underpaid for something that's really intense. And if you're asking me to keep running Puerto Rico and you want me to run the other one, let's negotiate a little bit here. Because if you double my salary, hey, I'll be like, let's do it. Right on. But they opened up with like I think it was like a 6 or 7% salary increase, and that wasn't justified. I was like, I don't know. If I just take that 6%, I don't think I'm gonna be fulfilled for compensation of my services. So, how about we bump it up a little bit? So we negotiated the salary. I requested this much. They requested originally this much. We kind of like met somewhere here. And while it was not the amount I believe I deserve, it's an amount that I can deal with. So we're okay with that. Um, and so that's happening. Now, the next phase is relocation. So they want me to leave Puerto Rico and move over to the States. So that's what's currently going on. Um, so before I pack up my computer and my office and my boards, I already took down the calendar. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there, this guy. So before I take down my boards, my computer, and everything else, I just wanted to do this quick update video to kind of like check in with you guys, let you know what's going on, and stand by. Hold on. I was really hoping, man. My original plans were that this summer, when what was it, RTX? I think it is the Exposition Rooster Teeth Expo. RTX. I don't know if that's what it stands for, but I think that's right. My original plan was I think it happens during summer, if I remember correctly. I was hoping to catch up with all the seasons of Ruby and be able to show up there and hang out with everybody and have a great time. But at this rate, I might not make it, and that's sad. But I'm currently in a life-changing event right now. We are relocating to another country. And so please bear with me while we make things happen. We gotta find a house. We gotta either I might buy I might buy a house because I have my veterans house buying service, which is really great. And so I might buy a house. But if we can't find something that we're looking for, we might end up renting until we're able to secure a house that we want. Um, I gotta get my kid into a school. I gotta get myself a car. It's a lot of life changing things. I'm taking my motorcycle. That's a definite must happen. I gotta take my bike. I gotta take Kara with me. um, I think the company is gonna provide me with a company car so that I can like settle down and move around. So that's good. Um, but yeah, yeah. I can't I can't think of anything else at the moment. But I gotta start packing up this computer and the desk and the chair. That's a lot of packing up that we gotta do. The rest of the house is like all boxed up. Um, Departure dates. We should be leaving within next week or the week after. The moving company comes in 3 days, so that's 3 days of packing that we gotta take care of. And then I gotta still square away things that we gotta take care of for the contract here in Puerto Rico. I got a lot on my plate right now. But anyway, um, hopefully this brings you up to speed with what's going on. And sorry for the absence, I guess. Sorry for not being able to produce those videos that I wanted to produce, because that would have been ideal. Because that month I would have probably made 4 or 5 videos, and then I would have had them scheduled to upload, or not upload, but release all by themselves. And that would have been great. That autopilot would have been great. But, hindsight 2020. I wasn't able to do it. I had other things to take care of, and, you know, so. But I'm hoping that once we settle in and once I stabilize this contract in the States, things will be much better. They'll be kosher. and and then I can go back to a nice routine and a nice schedule where I can just do my hobbies and upload more videos with you guys. And that'll be great. That'll really be great. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to here. If you guys want to hear more of what happened in Alabama, you know what? I didn't say where I'm going, so I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to be moving to Alabama. So, I'll be down south in the central United States. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll be in the States. So, if you guys want to know more of what happened in Alabama, let me know, and I'll probably release another story video. But anyway, I'll leave it here. That's enough. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your support, and if you're still sticking around despite my absence, since you guys are awesome, thank you for the loyalty. I guess the best word to describe it is the loyalty and the support that you guys have always continued to provide. Um, it's an amazing experience and it's a wonderful ride, and I'm enjoying every moment of it along with you guys. So thank you so much. And until next time, take care. Mouse on the button. There it is. Take care and bye bye.
ふわふわふわふわふわふわりくるくるくるくるくるくる回るのふわふわふよふよふわふわりうるるくるくるふわふわ飛び出したの